Five Nights at Freddy's has one defining feature that started a major trend when it comes to horror, that being jump scares. And believe me, there are a ton of them. And today I will be ranking my top 10 all-time favorite. I'm Timeless, and we're on the clock.
Honorable mention.
Mangle in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. This one is so unique and such a perfect match for Mangle. The jump scare just deserves a place in this list, but still doesn't cut top 10, and I wouldn't even call it the best in Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Number 10.
Nightmare Bonnie's door jump scare. For being a generally basic and simple jump scare when it compares to the more unique examples, it still holds up because of how close Bonnie is to you and how startling it is. This jump scare specifically was one of the first I experienced in the franchise, which probably influenced this place for me.
Number 9.
Nightmare Freddy's bed jump scare. The feature that makes this one stand out to me is the fact that Freddy actually grabs a crying child and lifts him into the air. I personally like jump scares that have actions connected with them. I feel like it just gives the jump scares more fear in comparison to having an animatronic just scream in your face, which still can be done well in some cases.
Number 8.
Ruined Glam Rock Freddy. As I said before, jump scares with actions tied to them are generally better than ones without them, and that's why I like most of the ruined jump scares. But out of all of the ruined jump scares, I find Freddy's the scariest. The fact that Freddy just stuffs you into the same hatch that was your best hiding spot in Security Breach makes this one scarier than the others.
Number 7.
The puppet. I've heard Withered Foxy get credit as the best FNAF 2 jump scare, but personally, I think the build of suspense when you hear the music box sing and the sense of dread sinks in, just to be broken by the puppet lunging out of the dark hallway, induces so much more fear than Foxy's.
Number 6.
Shattered Monty. This is easily the best jump scare to come out of the original Security Breach. I love the fact that they leaned into the fact that Monty's an actual alligator and used their famous death roll for his shattered jump scare. This is probably the most devastating jump scare damage-wise, as the death roll that alligators perform tears off flesh from their victim, which I don't think any other jump scare replicates.
Number 5.
Nightmare. Although this is one of the few no animation jump scares, I feel like that gives it way more significance. Nightmare has such an intimidating presence, especially in his hallway renders. The jump scare just kind of feels like you're really not meant to see it.
Number 4.
Fredbear's UCN jump scare. Even though this one isn't necessarily scary, it was so notable in the community because it is one of, if not the only true render of Fredbear that is not a nightmare or pixel art. And given that Fredbear is a really important character to the story, I feel like that makes this jump scare really special. Now we're moving on to the podium. At number 3, I have Mangle's vent repair jump scare in Help Wanted. This jump scare is often overshadowed by Ender's jump scare in the second installment of vent repair. Personally, I find that Mangle's jump scare catches me off guard so much more than Ennard's. I don't think any other jump scare gave me so much fear that I visibly shook. However, there is more to a jump scare than just fear, so even though I do think it's the scariest jump scare, I don't think it's the best. Number 2, Phantom Puppet. The puppet had a lot to live up to with its FNAF 2 jump scare, and it did not disappoint. The way the puppet stares you down while your character is suffocating and the alarm blares is so unsettling and unique to the franchise. But it's still not iconic, and the first place of this list deserves to be iconic. That is why my number 1 pick is Golden Freddy's jump scare in Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Whether you get the jump scare from his Easter egg in The Office or the iconic 1987 Easter egg in the Custom Night Editor, it invokes that same feeling it did back in the prime of FNAF. And that is why Golden Freddy's jump scare is my pick for the greatest Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare of all time. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.